Namaste, I'm Alessandra and welcome to a Yin Yoga practice to release tension in the lower back and the hips area. Yin Yoga is a slow and gentle type of practice that is perfect for deep stretching, sometimes maybe even used after a workout. Like in my case right now, I just worked out and I really want to stretch and relax my muscles. The poses are held here for a longer time, between 3 and 5 minutes. In today's sequence, we're going to hold each pose for 3 minutes so we can reach that deep tissue stretch. Yin Yoga focuses on the fascia, which is a connective tissue that surrounds every part of our body, our muscles, tendons, ligaments, and organs. And when the fascia is tightened, that can cause discomfort and pain. So the goal is that at the end of this practice, you're going to feel more relaxed. You're going to loosen up the tightness. You're going to loosen up the tension that might be caused not just by physical problems, but also by emotional issues. And so you will feel better overall at all levels, physically, emotionally, and mentally. So without further ado, join me on the mat in easy pose, sitting with your legs crossed, grounding yourself, sitting bones anchored onto the ground. Lengthen your spine, put your hands over your knees, close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and start with 3 cleansing breaths, with deep, long breaths, starting from the bottom, inflating your belly, and coming upward towards your ribs, chest, and exhaling through the mouth with a big HA. Again, inhale through the nose, deep, long, and exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale, and exhale through the mouth. Everything comes out, all the tension. And just continue breathing now at a regular rhythm through the nose. And as you breathe, let's start with some head rolls here. On an inhale, just bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And exhale, roll to the back. And then left ear to left shoulder again, inhale. Exhale, drop your head down, chin to chest. And keep going like this at your rhythm. No rush. Nice and easy, nice and gentle. Just loosen up the neck. One more. And then switch direction. Left ear to your left shoulder, inhale. To the back, exhale. Right ear, right shoulder, inhale. And again, exhale. And just keep going. Just keep breathing. Just as a reminder, remember there is no forcing, no pushing in Yin Yoga. Everything is gentle and just surrender to the movement. And back to center. And we'll continue with some back rolls. Inhale, come to the front and then to the right. Exhale, round up your back to the back. And keep rolling to the right. Again, here at your pace. As far as you can go, as fast as you can go. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale, and switch direction to the left. One more. And back to center. Just take a moment here. And we'll take a few stretches here. So inhale with your right hand. Bring your right hand behind your back and move your left hand over your right knee. On an inhale, lengthen your spine. And on an exhale, gently rotate, twist back. Try to gaze to the back or just rotate as far as you can go to your shoulders again without any pressure. On an inhale, you lengthen, and on an exhale, you twist. Inhale and release. Back to center. Other side. Inhale. Lift up, reach up. Bring your left hand behind your back. Move your right hand over your left shoulder. Again, inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale. Gentle rotation. Last one. Inhale and come back to center. And before we start with the practice, I invite you to have some props close by to you, maybe some blocks and a bolster, or if you don't have a bolster, pillows and blankets. You can use these props to modify and to make the poses more accessible and more comfortable to you. And then I invite you to come to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And let's do some cat-cow stretches here. Inhale, drop your belly, tailbone up, open up your collarbone. And on an exhale, push the floor away, round up your back, chin to chest. 2 more times. Inhale. Little spine mobility here. Warming up that spine, loosening up. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Round up. Push away the floor. Navel pointing to the spine. Inhale, come back to neutral position on tabletop. Untuck your toes, inhale, and on an exhale, come into downward facing dog. And just spread your fingers wide. Push your shoulders back, lengthen your spine, and if you need, bend your knees, tailbone pointing up. And gaze forward and walk towards your hands here into forward fold. And this is where we're going to start holding the poses for about 3 minutes here. We're going to hold this forward fold pose. I invite you to hold your opposite elbows with your hands and just to start feeling the stretch in the back of your legs. Relax your neck, relax your head. And maybe you can start bouncing gently up and down here. so that maybe when you bounce back down, you can feel a little extra stretch in your hamstring. Hamstring are usually very tight, or most of the time they're quite tight, and this tightness can cause also issues in the lower back. So we're going to try to hold this position as long as we can, and if you need to bend your knees, please do so that you don't feel any stress or any pressure. And then maybe you can swing side to side. And always keep breathing, keep using that breath, and direct that breath in the area where you feel that tension. Try to clear up your mind from busy thoughts and reach that stillness, that calm that allows us to connect deeper to our inner side. And maybe you can stay still here for the last part of the holding. You have about a minute left. Just keep breathing. Focus on that breath. 30 more seconds to go. Release the hands, drop your hands onto the floor, step back into plank, and drop your knees down wide, toes come to touch. Push your heels back onto your hips onto your heels and come down into child pose. And here maybe you want to use some of your props, maybe a block to hold your forehead, or even a bolster to hold your belly, and maybe bolster and block together so that you're in the most comfortable position here. And remember that child pose is always a safe place where you can come at any time. Melt your heart onto the earth and surrender. And just scan and observe how you feel here, and maybe as we move forward, you can remove some of the props. And as you're in this position, if you'd like, you can start massaging your forehead onto the ground, kind of back and forth, activating your third eye, your pineal gland, stimulating your intuition. Just enjoy this moment of stillness. Remember, there is no rush, nowhere to go, nothing to do. 30 more seconds left. And slowly start sliding your hands back up. Come back into tabletop position here. And stretch your legs back here. Drop your hips down and your forearm onto the floor into Sphinx position. So your elbows are just under your shoulders and your feet are kind of rotated outward, and just open up your collarbone and hold it right here. Open up the chest. Try to pull the shoulders back and down. And always focus on your breath. Your lower body is completely relaxed. And just keep breathing. And remember, if this starts getting a little bit tough, maybe you can stretch back for a few seconds and come back into Sphinx pose. A minute left. Direct that breath, especially those exhales, in those areas of tension and tightness. Lengthen the back of your neck. Maintain a long line with your spine. And gentle. Curl your toes in and start bringing your knees forward back into tabletop position. Cross your ankle, bring your knees forward and come back into seated position. Stretch your right or left leg forward. Actually, let's start with the right leg straight and your left leg is bent and your left foot is pressing onto the inner thigh of your right leg. Engage your front foot, so flex so the toes are pointing towards your face, and you're anchored to the ground with your calf, your back of your thighs, and your sitting bones. Or maybe you want to use a bolster right over the thigh, and maybe even a block or just a block. Inhale, reach up and forward fold over here. So again, the bolster might be enough. Maybe you need the bolster and the block. And so you can rest your arms over the bolster, or maybe you don't need anything. And just forward fold with compassion and patience. And let the magic happen right here. And again, maybe you want to remove some of your props if you feel comfortable doing so, or just stay there. And again, always with patience and compassion. Remember that wherever you are today is exactly where you need to be. No forcing, no pressure. Just relax. And if you feel like it, maybe you can wrap your foot around with your hands, if that's comfortable for you, or just rest your forearm on the ground. Anything that feels accessible and comfortable. Relax your shoulders. Shoulders is another area where we tend to hold a lot of tension. And slowly start coming back up. Nice and gentle. And switch side. Left leg straight forward, right foot on the inner thigh. Again, activate your foot of the straight leg, and again use all the props that you need. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, with compassion for yourself. Do not force. Just do what feels comfortable. Whatever your body allows you to do today. Just accept it and take it. Maybe with each exhale you can try to come a little deeper into the stretch. And again, maybe remove some of your props. As you're here, just feel supported and safe in this position, supported by Mother Earth throughout your sitting bones, your thigh, your calf. And try to direct that breath to towards that lower back and hip area and release all that stagnant energy, all that stuck energy that may cause all the tension and the tightness, the stiffness. And a few more breaths here. Deep, long breaths. And gently start coming back up. Next, we have a butterfly pose. And again, we have various modifications here. The closer you keep your feet to your pelvis, the more you feel the stretch. The further away you keep your feet, it's more accessible. You can put a block in between your feet here and use it, maybe 2 blocks. Maybe one is not enough. Maybe you can use 2 blocks. And you can also use a bolster if you'd like over the blocks and just rest over here. You can even use blocks if you have more than 2 under here to hold your legs, because if you're really tight, you may not reach all the way down. So this is how far you can go. So this is another option. So just choose the option that works for you. Feet further out, blocks under the legs, or you can come closer and wrap your hands around your toes and maybe even pushing with those elbows down the legs. And always choose maybe the first option with the props so that you can easily access it, and then gradually you can go deeper and remove some of the props. I like to start with a block under my forehead and then remove it for the last part of the stretch. Another option, like I showed you before, with the bolster, that may be more relaxing. And gently come on up. Remove the props if you have any. And with the help of your hands, bring your legs forward, and maybe you can, stretch them forward, shake them up a little bit, and a little counter pose if you need to just a little relief. You can come to a reverse tabletop. So bend your knees and bring your feet in, and just lift your hips up and let the head come back. I like this, just to reverse the pose. And from here, I just invite you to come into a seated position. Put your hands behind your thighs and come slowly down. Make sure your back is nice and flat onto the ground. Your hands are side to side of your body with palms down. Cross your right leg over your left leg. And from here, drop your knees to the left. And here too, you can use blocks if you need to. If you can't go all the way down, maybe you can use the blocks to hold your knees here or here, so they just elevated off the floor. And if you can, if it feels comfortable, turn your head towards your opposite shoulder. So if you are dropping your knees to the left, you keep your right shoulder anchored onto the ground and you rotate your head towards that right shoulder. Maybe if you're using that block, maybe you can try to remove it and just feel that stretch a little deeper with a deeper twist, a deeper stretch here with your knees maybe touching the ground. And if that's not possible today, that's totally fine. And gently coming back to center. Unwind your leg and cross your left leg over your right. And again, gently drop your knees down. And if you need to use that prop, please do so. Keep your left shoulder anchored to the ground and just rotate your head towards your left shoulder. And just keep breathing. Breathe into that tension. Try to reach that stretch, the deeper stretch if you can, with each exhale. And maybe remove that prop if you have it, so that you can maybe go a little deeper into that twist. And slowly and gently come back to center. Unwind your leg and just to start stretching your legs forward one at a time. Come into Shavasana. Let your back come into a natural arch, so now you don't have to be worried about having your back flat onto the ground. Just let your legs come down, loose and open. And once again, reconnect to your breath here. Flip the palms of your hands up towards the sky. And focus again on deep, long breaths. And as you breathe, start relaxing every muscle of your body, starting from your face with your forehead and your jaws, the back of your neck. Relax and release tension from your shoulders. Relax your arms all the way down to your fingers. And as you keep breathing, lead your breath towards your spine. And relax every single vertebra of your spine all the way down to your sacrum. Just continue spreading this relaxation feeling all the way to your hips and down to your thighs, calves, ankles, your toes. Just feel the lightness of your body, all relax. Surrender to the safe place. And slowly start bringing back awareness to your body. Wiggles your toes and your fingers. And one leg at a time, bring your knees to your chest. And rock your back side to side. Gentle massage. Bring your hands behind your thighs and rock and roll yourself on a seated position. Come back to easy pose, crossing your legs in front of you. And your hands over your knees. Just take a deep breath in here. And exhale through your mouth. And bring your hands to your heart center. Just express gratitude for this moment that you took to honor yourself, to connect your body with your mind, with your soul. And hopefully you feel more relaxed now. Your mind is quiet and calm. You have more clarity, and all the tension that you had at the start, maybe it's now released. I hope you enjoy this practice. Thank you for joining me from my heart to yours. Namaste.